That may be the greatest thing since sliced bread, because it is.
Now, a lot of kids in Seattle have never heard of this product. It's called white bread.
Local barbecue legend Jack dishes on a simple but savory cuisine. Plus, pizza, a pub, and push-ups.
Well done. Come on, soldier.
The local spot that is changing the grocery store game. Then,
The Candyman makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious.
a sweet and magical musical hits the Seattle stage, and we've got your sneak peek with the stars. Seattle Refined starts now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Guard Swanson. Well, it is showtime for a beloved childhood story. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is playing right now at the Paramount, but you don't need a golden ticket for this one. Refined has your backstage pass to the magical show.
There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination.
It's the golden ticket when it comes to fun and fanciful musicals.
Willy Wonka is a chocolate maker, a world-famous chocolate maker, and Willy Wonka comes up with this contest idea where he's going to put 5 golden tickets in his chocolate bars. And the winners of it get to go and have a tour of his factory.
And that's where we come in. I play Mike TV and
I play Violet Beauregard.
Bryn Williams and Daniel Cordino savor their roles in this sweet and slightly scary story.
we are one of the 5 golden ticket winners that get to go on this factory tour, and the winner of this tour gets something very special that we don't know about. And then one by one, the bad kids go, and we get to follow Charlie Bucket and his story through this awesome factory full of magic.
So tasty, it's obscene.
The classic plot that everyone loves is here, along with some new twists.
Both Violet and Mike TV have a modern update in this stage production. Violet is a social media queen. She has tons of followers on Instagram, and she has a YouTube channel with 50,000 subscribers so that everybody can follow her gum-chewing journey.
And Mike is he's a computer nerd, tech wizard, hacker, and that's how he finds his ticket.
So follow me, for I guarantee.
While the mysterious Willy Wonka plays a major role in this tale, Charlie Bucket is a character everyone can root for.
I think everyone just loves Willy Wonka because anybody can relate to Charlie. It's great to see the underdog win. Charlie is a perfect example of everything that is good and kind and optimistic.
Like a box of chocolates with different fillings inside, there's a wide array of songs in this musical, from traditional fan faves to some delightful surprises.
Yeah, we have the Candyman, which is like the most amazing song. It's one I love hearing it every night. But then we have some really awesome new music by Mark Shaman and Scott Whitman, and they're Tony Award-winning composers. We have all these new songs that give a nice hand to the original music by adding a modern twist. It's really awesome.
Playing competitors on stage together is a blast for these two real-life friends.
We've known each other for 10 years.
It's been 10 years.
It's like a competition aspect, so it's fun to be like, pretend to hate her a little bit.
Yeah, and because Danny and I are such great friends, there's also the aspect of he knows me so well. So if something goes wrong, or if I need to step away or step in the back, Danny can kind of read my face and see, and he knows to like step in front for a second.
The stars say this story is for everyone.
It's a classic tale that everybody can relate to, and it's a beautiful story about hope and the power of imagination, and again, rooting for the underdog.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory runs through August 11th at the Paramount. For more info, head to our website. When you think of barbecue, Texas or maybe even Memphis comes to mind, and I've actually had barbecue in both of those places. But believe it or not, Seattle takes its barbecue very seriously. And as Refined's Brandon Bernstead shows us, that includes a man named Jack, who is stepping up his barbecue game thanks to our sponsor, Woodland Park Zoo.
Making mouthwatering barbecue is an art. Getting it just right requires time, finesse, and fire. No one knows that better than Jack Timmons.
Well, I grew up in Texas, and I moved here on a job with Boeing many years ago and worked at other places in Seattle, and I settled down. I love the city, but there wasn't the kind of barbecue I grew up with. It was more of a southern style here, more pig and sauce, and a lot of teriyaki. So I wanted to recreate something more from the part of Texas where I'm from.
Jack is the proprietor and pitmaster at Jack's Barbecue, where they're serving up a taste of Central Texas to hungry Seattleites. One thing that sets Central Texas barbecue apart, the sauce is secondary.
Those barbecue joints were opened by butchers in the 1800s. They weren't barbecue guys, they just smoked the cuts of meat that didn't sell quickly to make them last longer. Turns out that's a good way to make barbecue. You have a fire over here, you have the meat over there, you smoke it till it has a delicious flavor, and then you can have sauce on the side if you like.
Jack's is known for its Texas Trinity: pork ribs, sausage, and of course, brisket, cooked low and slow in offset smokers with mesquite wood from Texas.
So after we smoke these briskets for 12 or 14 hours, we rest them. You want the muscle to relax for an hour, 2 or 3 before you serve it. So here, I'm gonna wrap a brand new, beautiful double R ranch brisket, bring it out for the slicing. I know you can't stand it. You're gonna have a bite of that.
Fresh? Are you kidding me?
It's impossible not to eat that.
That is so tender and so flavorful. You don't need anything else. You can eat that straight and be happy as a clam.
I'm not the only one who can't get enough of Jack's. Now they've got 3 locations around the city, including the newest in South Lake Union.
Besides the good food at our restaurant, we're super proud of our Southern hospitality. We want everybody to be super comfortable and feel like they're at home.
On September 6th, Jack is bringing that trademark Southern hospitality to Woodland Park Zoo. He's cooking alongside an all-star lineup of Seattle chefs and mixologists at Wild Bites. It's a chance to sip and savor for a fantastic cause. Each ticket sold raises money to help save wildlife in the Pacific Northwest and around the world.
The zoos, it's just a cool institution. The space is gorgeous. It's like a beautiful, beautiful park. So it's just one of the grand, beautiful places in Seattle.
For the event, Jack is serving up what's sure to be a crowd pleaser: his brisket white bread taco.
Now, a lot of kids in Seattle have never heard of this product. It's called white bread. It's not all natural, multi-grain. It wasn't made by a prisoner. It's white bread, and it's super delicious. And it's traditional to the Central Texas butcher shops as well.
That white bread is topped with a piece of juicy brisket and a house-made relish of pickles, onions, and jalapenos.
And here, sir, is a white bread taco.
This is worth the price of admission on its own. It is unbelievable. Oh my God, I'm finishing it. I am.
It's the simple things in life well done, y'all.
Enjoying that perfect bite at Woodland Park Zoo while supporting a great cause? Well, simply put, it doesn't get better than that. For Seattle Refined, I'm Brandon Bernstead.
Again, Wild Bites is September 6th. You can grab tickets right now. For more information, head to SeattleRefined.com. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
First of all, I can't believe that I'm about to take a bite of something that Graham Kerr made me in his own kitchen.
He's a legend in the kitchen and on television. The Galloping Gourmet shares his recipe for life and what he's got cooking now. Plus, it's not your grandma's grocery store, the decked-out shopping destination in Kirkland. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Seattle Refined. I'm Guard Swanson. Man, we're just getting warmed up on the show. Before there was Rachel Ray and Gordon Ramsay, there was Graham Kerr, or, as he's better known to millions, the Galloping Gourmet. His TV cooking show was a smash hit in the late 60s and early 70s. And now he's living a much calmer life in the Skagit Valley. Here's Refine's Malia Karlinski.
Oh, my goodness. Look at you.
Our visit with Graham Kerr was a day full of surprises. One of the biggest, he lives right here in Mount Vernon. I came bearing gifts, a vintage copy of his pioneering work, the Graham Kerr Cookbook, first published in 1966. One of his innovations, step-by-step photos.
I wanted people to understand basic methods.
Yes. That book led to his pioneering TV program, The Galloping Gourmet, which debuted in the U.S. in 1969. The winning recipe for the show was Kerr cooking, sharing his techniques, and entertaining a live studio audience, all at the same time. Each episode began with the exuberant Kerr literally leaping onto the set. How did that idea even come up?
Well, my wife Trina, she looked at me and she said, "My God, man, you must be the most unutterably boring man in the entire world." Now,
Your wife said that to you.
and shit, I remember those words. They're written on my heart. So I said, "If you're so clever, why don't you produce a show?" She said, "All right, I will." She said, "Just don't walk into this audience, run in, grab a glass of wine to begin with, and then, I don't know, jump over that chair."
Let's just say things didn't always go as planned.
I'll see you through. It's beating me. I can't do it. I'll see you through.
Then, in 1971, at the apex of the show's popularity, the couple was on the road filming when things took a terrible turn.
On the second day out, we were hit by a vegetable truck, of all things. How we were not killed, nobody knows.
Really?
But I was partially paralyzed on my left side. I couldn't jump over a chair.
Right.
And Trina, at that stage, said, "I've had it."
So you kind of just like walked away.
We then went off and licked our wounds. So we got this boat and we set out to sail around the world, which we did 24,000 miles at sea, and I got better. Little chopped nuts.
By the time Kerr took a break from the biz, he had already been cooking professionally for decades. He started as a teen working at a restaurant.
The very first dish I ever cooked in public was a crepe Suzette. Something happened there. I did something, I knew how to do it, I had a story to go with it, and they got to taste it, and it was a full circle. And I just loved that experience.
Apart from
After walking away from the Galloping Gourmet, Kerr went on to host more TV shows, 1,800 episodes total, and he wrote 30 books. Kerr eventually moved to Washington State, finally landing in Mount Vernon. We got a taste of that special Kerr cooking style ourselves, but there's a twist.
unmentionable stuff into the bottom of that pan. Clarified butter.
When the Galloping Gourmet was on, you guys love the butter and the fat
Yes.
and all that stuff. But today, you are like the poster child for healthy eating.
Well, you know, what I've tried to do is say to people, there is nothing that I want to ban.
Right.
Nothing.
Okay.
I just want to have less of it.
These days, Kerr is a fan of prepping and freezing ingredients for future use.
And I want to have more plant food in my life. I want to get between 7 and 9 servings a day.
He showed us how quick and easy it is to make vegetable risotto.
It's coming, you see. Now, you suck from that side.
First of all, I can't believe that I'm about to take a bite of something that Graham Kerr made me in his own kitchen. It's delicious.
Right?
I'm just gonna leave now. While he still loves cooking, there is one ingredient missing in Kerr's life, his beloved wife, Trina. They first met as kids, playing badminton in the English countryside.
So I was 11 and Trina was 10. And I knocked the shuttlecock into the rhododendron bushes, and we both dove into the to try and find the shuttlecock. And in the cool of an English afternoon, in the shade of those rhododendron bushes, our hands touched for the first time. And I fell head over heels in love with that woman.
They were married for almost 60 years.
I am on my own now. You know, my wife Trina died 2.5 years ago now. And so I am trying to find out what it is to live alone. And I'm writing a book on the subject.
But before that, an updated edition of that book that started it all, the Graham Kerr Cookbook by the Galloping Gourmet.
I'm afraid it's hazelnut.
Cooking has evolved a bit since the 1960s, but Kerr's work has stood the test of time, with a few tweaks.
The portions are too big.
That's your criticism of your...
Of my own book, yes.
Almost 70 years after he started cooking, Graham Kerr's recipe for a good life is simple.
There's a cause and effect from everything. And if we can moderate that and enjoy it, be nourished and delighted, That's what life is about.
Malia Karlinski, Seattle Refined.
Here's an update on Graham Kerr. He just wrapped up filming on a documentary about his life story. And he's working on a series of podcasts that'll be released in January 2020. Coming up, Crazy for Corgis, the summer festival that we get doggone excited about every year. Welcome back to Refined. I'm Guard Swanson. You know, when it comes to supermarkets, times are a-changin'. With self-checkouts and online deliveries, you don't even have to spend time in the store. But thanks to our sponsor, QFC, there's a new spot in Kirkland that we guarantee you won't want to leave. It's a neighborhood hangout, a place for folks to come together. And yeah, you can pick up your groceries here too. With its brand new store in Kirkland Urban, QFC is taking its mission of loving local and loving fresh to the next level.
We've been part of this community for over 30 years at our older store, and we're really excited to be the pioneering merchant retailer in Kirkland Urban to welcome the community and serve everybody bigger and better than ever before.
This is QFC's first new store in a decade, and I couldn't wait to check it out. So I met up with QFC President Susie Montford to take a guided tour. So Susie, where are we?
We are in the Q20 Pub.
All right, Q20 Pub, what does that mean?
Did you know that a real pint, the Imperial pint, is 20 ounces?
I did not know that.
And here at the Q, we don't cut corners. So this is the Q20 Pub, home of the Imperial pint.
All right, tell me about this since we're sitting in a pub.
This is a resealable crowler. So you can come in, we'll fill it up with your favorite beer on tap, reseal it, and you've got a whole day to drink it.
So the beer here, awesome. What else you got here?
We've got all the fabulous Washington wine and frosé. We've got this awesome frosé machine. It's killer.
It's kind of like a slushie.
It's a slushie for grown-ups. It's wonderful.
This place is awesome.
Yeah, mommy's little helper.
While you're enjoying a drink, you can order dinner. Western Washington favorite Tuta Bella is serving up handmade, authentic pizza inside the store. And the QFC Prepared Food Hall is loaded with delicious options, like fresh-baked cookies made with 3 types of Belgian chocolate. Oh! Okay, can I say something here? That cookie was great, but look at this display here. This sushi looks great.
You know, I love the cookie, but I love this sushi, the very first ever full-service sushi bar. You can walk up and get 2 of these, 3 of those, 5 of those, all natural, clean label, the best local seafood. It's killer.
And super fresh. And look at this case here. The presentation's perfect.
You don't need to cook. Just come and shop. All fresh made, especially for the Q, delivered every day.
You can feel QFC's commitment to health throughout the store, especially in the fit market. That's where customers can find nutritional supplements to support gut health and an active lifestyle. So Susie, what's the deal with this thing?
These are our wall push-ups. Let me see if you can do any. Come on.
Like two
up,
right
up,
here?
up, up. That's it. That's it.
No problem.
Okay, now you're making it look too easy. Get down and let me see the real ones.
This fit market is really getting me pumped up. Another thing that's got me pumped, the beautifully bright produce section. It even features a live mushroom farm from the Nooksack Valley.
We are bringing in local farmers every single day, delivering the local, fresh, best quality produce and all the organics here.
One-stop shopping at QFC, and this is the store to come to, right?
That's it. We are proud to support our community and all of our customers and give back and inspire people to eat healthy and eat fresh.
You're fantastic.
Thanks, mate.
Boom. To learn more about this QFC store, head to SeattleRefined.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Refined. I'm Guard Swanson. Hey, before we wrap things up on the show, here's what's trending on SeattleRefined.com. You should head down to Seattle's waterfront to check out a serious work of art. The Edgewater Hotel partnered with acclaimed artist and conservationist Weiland to recreate his famous Wailing Wall murals. Even Pearl Jam frontman Eddie Vedder helped paint some of the artwork. To see and share the photo gallery, head to our website. And it's that time of year again. Dog owners went crazy over corgis last weekend and the 2019 Pacific Northwest Corgi Picnic in Woodinville. The event raises money for Corgi Aid, a nonprofit corgi assistance organization. Hey, but let's be honest, it's just an adorable get-together. You can click through the photos on SeattleRefined.com. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Guard Swanson. Thank you for joining us here on Seattle Refined. We'll see you right back here.